Hi guys, you got Nick Berry here from Seed Terminator. We're at our Lonsdale headquarters and I just want to talk about our AeroIMPACT 5 Milltech. So in a perfect world, we would try and kill as many weeds as humanly possible and we do try and do that, and our customers do try and do that. But there's certain scenarios where you need to either go faster or handle different types of material, and having different mill options is great. It's far better than bypassing it. Weeds and the weed seed bank works like compound interest, so if you can get a proportion of the weeds, even if you're only getting 20 or 30% in the front of the machine, if you're killing those weeds, that's like a 20 or 30% interest rate compounding year on year in your seed bank. So it's worth a lot to kill anything that you do get in, and ultimately we want to provide options to make that cost benefit analysis work. So it's all about the capacity versus the kill rate. So right here, this is our Primo KillZONE machine. So this is the one that's going to kill as many weeds as possible. It fits the AI5 rotors, and ultimately this is the no compromise on kill design. We have actually shaved a lot of power out of this over the years, so it is quite efficient for the 98% of weeds that it's killing, or ryegrass it's killing. But it does take, like it's physics, you do need a certain amount of power to kill that level of weeds. So this is going to take the most power. And then the first step down from that is our GreenZONE screen. So this one, we do lose a few percent on seed kill, not as much as you'd think, but what this is really all about is that the outer row is still rotating. So we're able to eject really wet green material on this outer row without any kind of restriction, because the outer row is rotating. So this is sort of the first step down in power and kill, but ultimately it can handle a huge amount of green material. And then we get on to our flow series of the AeroIMPACT. So this is the DryFLOW screen. So this is where you want to handle like really heavy shoe loads of dry material in particular. So it might be late in a wheat harvest where it's hot and dry and the straw is really brittle, and you know, maybe you're not getting as much of the weeds in the front of the harvester, and so the shoe loading's higher, the amount of power that you need is pretty high with the Terminator because of the chaff. And we basically reduce the kill rate and reduce the power, but it's way better than bypassing it. So we're talking, this is the sort of the 70 to 80% kill range mill, but it's somewhere in the 60% of the power of that one. So we reduce the power considerably, but really a compromise on the kill. And then this is the final one, the UltraFLOW. So this is where we're operating closer to the 50% kill rate, but the power is way down. We're talking 40 to 50% of the power. So this is kind of our answer to the AeroIMPACT 5 bypass screen. The bypass screen for the AeroIMPACT 3 was similar, and it was able to harvest in almost anything with reduced power, but you still get a good chunk of your weeds, way better than bypassing it. So these are our four screen options, and we sort of think that farmers ideally will pick two of these, maybe a higher kill version and a lower kill version, and be able to swap during harvest to get the most out of their combine and the most out of their Terminator.